today's video, we're going to be covering ways that you can improve and express your terekete. So let's now get into the first one. So this one was given to me by one of Ustad Zakir Hussain's students. So this one is great for two-finger terekete. It goes dhine terekete, dhin ghere naga dhine terekete, tak dhin terekete, dha terekete, terekete, dha terekete, dha terekete, dha tak dhin terekete. Now, this one is great if you're trying to also master the row relas. Now, I remember this student of Zakir Hussain had fantastic, he would play row extremely well. Very clear, very fast, all of that. And he gave me this one, I believe because it had the dhine terekete in it, which goes like dhine terekete. Of course, that also has the ne bol in it, which I know I'm always discussing, all for dhati gene and all that stuff. But dhine terekete, dhin. And of course, that first dhin you'll want to accent with the baya push forward. Another thing is that later it has dha terekete. And that you don't really see very often. Terekete. It's great, fantastic for the hand and builds really a good mind and muscle connection with all those fingers. So let me now demonstrate this. So another good thing I like about this one is you can actually just play line by line and just get a great practice just out of that. Even the dhine terekete, dhin, that portion, you can do all sorts of variations with that, but even just that is a great practice. The other one, tak dhine terekete, that's also a great phrase to practice. Dha terekete, dha terekete. Fantastic, like I was saying before. And even the last line, dha terekete, dha tak dhin terekete. That's like a rela right on its own, the last line. So this is a fantastic one, has good use of the baya as well. Make sure to accent that first dhin. And let's now move to the second one. Ghere naga tag tete, ghere naga na tete. So this one, bowls are pretty simple, but now we're moving more into the full hand terekete territory. So let's now play this. So this is definitely a fun one to play. It's really quite simple to take at high speeds. And of course, definitely put some weight in the tetes and the tagas and all of that. And of course, you can do some pretty cool baya effects, like you can hold pressure, release pressure, things like that. And it's pretty cool. So let me now play it a bit faster. So very nice one. And you can, of course, add dhere. You can do variations on the taga, all sorts of things. So this is also another great one that you should definitely have fun with. And I should definitely stress that now in any videos where I'm talking about improving anything in tabla, that it definitely needs to be fun, because there's a reason why they call it playing tabla. Always remain extremely playful in all your practices. So let's now go to the next one. This one is a bit of a pattern breaker, or you can call it a tongue twister. Gadine terekete, gadine nanagene. Now this used to be one of my teacher's favorites. He would always throw this in, and it's really rare. I believe I've heard it one time in some video that I can't find anymore, but it's a very interesting one. Also works the nables, and this is how it goes. It's a bit different. So it'll go like this. Now, this one is really a fantastic one, and you can take it pretty fast. I'm not the biggest fan of how it sounds at higher speeds. It can you can definitely play it. Has nanagene in it, terekete and ne in it, so I'm of course a big fan. But it's really more of a to break the pattern of your playing because no one really plays gadine terekete in anything. So it's sort of there so you don't get too rigid in how you express your terekete. You have more options when you want to play, more options for variations. That's what this is for. So gadine terekete gadine nanagene. Very interesting one. And I believe it's also quite rare. You may not really hear this anywhere. So now let's go to the next one. So this is a good one as well. And I believe some of you all may know this, but still relatively rare. Da tet gerenaga gerenaga tet, da da gerenaga tunna gerenaga. So a pretty good one. And on this one, you can really play it loud and get some good volume. And even the tet bowl is right here. So let me now demonstrate the whole thing. It's so it has tete gerenaga, which is basically 2-finger terekete. And of course, a nice part is this tet part. Now, the reason why that's good is because terekete starts here. So you definitely want this portion of your terekete strong. And that's a part that I overlook, and I've heard some other people overlook that too. They're very focused on this part of the terekete, but this portion is just definitely as important. So dha tet gerenaga gerenaga tet, dha da gerenaga tunna gerenaga. I'll play it once again just a bit faster. So a lot of good things. Dada gerenaga tunna kerenaga. Really good for the hand. And it may seem like this is not directly developing your terekete bowls, but definitely that tet over time will help in the weight of your full hand terekete. And this one is definitely a lot of fun. Dada gerenaga. So many bias sounds right there. You can do all sorts of interesting stuff there. So keep that in mind, and let's go to the last one. Dha gerenaga tete geneti gerenaga tete gerenaga tete geneti gerenaga. Now this one, when I was growing up, my teacher absolutely loved this one. I would come to class, practice all sorts of different stuff already. He'd always ask me, hey, did you practice this one? Gerenaga tete geneti gerenaga. This one is also very good for the hand. And make sure to practice this one. So it goes like this. So this one I really like because it has the thin bowl mixed in with the gerenagas. Of course, it's written ti, but don't play it here. It's basically thin. So this one is really good because one of my favorite variations of row is adding the thin bowl in it, because in all those closed terekete sounds, if you can play a ti or a thin bowl, it really adds a lot of dimension to it. But it's not the easiest thing to do because just getting your hand in that position and getting it loud enough. You can play a soft thin, but if you can really accent that thin, then you're bringing out all sorts of dynamics in your playing. So this is, of course, a really good one to practice, and I highly recommend it. And of course, definitely a lot of fun to have that ti bowl, because when your tabla is tuned nicely, everything's going well, it's definitely always very nice to hear. And of course you should, and this is pretty basic, have good separation between your na and your ti bowls. So that's all for this video. This is sort of a new paradigm we'll be entering into on how you should improve your tabla playing. And it really focuses more on being joyful, being playful, present, and focused in your practicing. Not so much of repetitive, rigorous exercises, because that will only take you so far. And of course, as usual, feel free to message me or comment below any links you have. Now, we have a Discord group where we've been discussing various ideas all day. And if you'd like to learn from me, feel free to email me in the email address below. Thank you.